He delivered food for people every single day. Rain, traffic, late nights, exhaustion. And almost nobody noticed him. To most people, he was just another delivery driver trying to survive. But what nobody knew was that quietly, over the next several years, he became a millionaire. Not through gambling. Not through crypto luck. Not through some flashy business. And honestly, that's what makes this story powerful. Because his strategy looked painfully ordinary. Which is exactly why most people ignored it. At first, his life looked financially hopeless. Small apartment. Old car. Constant work. No luxury. No impressive lifestyle. And every day looked almost identical. Wake up early. Drive for hours. Deliver food. Repeat. Most people would look at that life and assume, he'll probably stay broke forever. But they completely misunderstood what was happening behind the scenes. Because while other people spent money trying to look successful, he became obsessed with one thing: ownership. That single mindset changed his entire future. At the beginning, he wasn't earning huge amounts of money. Some weeks were good. Some weeks were terrible. And honestly, the inconsistency stressed him constantly. Because when income changes every week, financial anxiety becomes exhausting. But instead of focusing only on earning more, he focused on something most people ignore completely: keeping more. That's where his transformation really started. While many drivers upgraded their lifestyles immediately, better clothes, more expensive phones, car upgrades, daily food delivery, he stayed painfully disciplined. Not because he enjoyed suffering. Because he understood something early: every unnecessary expense delayed freedom. That idea became his obsession. And honestly, people judged him for it constantly. Friends laughed at his old car. Coworkers questioned why he worked so much without enjoying life. People assumed he was struggling financially. But secretly, his bank account kept growing quietly. That's the strange thing about real wealth. In the beginning, it often looks unimpressive. Because real wealth usually grows silently. Not publicly. Every week, he followed the same system. A percentage for bills. A percentage for survival. And most importantly, a percentage automatically invested. No matter what. Even during bad months. Even when motivation disappeared. That consistency changed everything. At first, the investing felt pointless. The numbers moved slowly. Painfully slowly. And honestly, many people quit during this stage. Because modern culture has destroyed people's patience financially. Everyone wants dramatic results immediately. Fast money. Fast success. Fast freedom. But wealth rarely grows dramatically in the beginning. It grows invisibly first. That's the dangerous stage. Because invisible progress requires enormous emotional discipline. And he understood that. While other people chased quick money, he chased consistency. That decision separated him from almost everybody around him. Years passed. And externally, his life still looked ordinary. That's what made the story even more powerful. He didn't suddenly become flashy. No luxury watches. No social media flexing. No fake millionaire lifestyle. In fact, many people around him earned more money and looked more successful. But financially, most of them were trapped. Car payments, debt, lifestyle inflation, constant pressure to maintain appearances. Meanwhile, he quietly kept buying assets. Index funds, investments, eventually property. And slowly, something unbelievable started happening. His money began working harder than he was. That's the moment wealth building changes permanently. At first, you work for money. Later, money starts working for you. But most people never reach that stage. Not because it's impossible, because they interrupt the process too early. They stop investing, increase lifestyle spending, lose patience, or chase shortcuts. He did the opposite. He stayed boring financially. And boring became powerful. That's one of the biggest lies society tells people, that wealth must look exciting. Usually, real wealth looks repetitive, consistent, quiet, disciplined. One night after years of working deliveries, he checked his investment accounts. And for the first time, the total crossed $1 million. Imagine that moment. Sitting alone. No crowd cheering. No dramatic celebration. Just silence. And honestly, that silence mattered. Because nobody truly saw the years behind that number. The skip purchases. The discipline. The exhaustion. The patience. The invisible consistency repeated thousands of times. That's the part people never see when they look at successful people. They see the outcome, not the repetition. And strangely enough, he kept driving deliveries for a while even afterward. Not because he needed the money desperately anymore. Because the habits had already changed him psychologically. He no longer measured success through appearances, only through freedom. That distinction changes everything. Because many people spend their entire lives trying to look rich, while sacrificing the freedom actual wealth could have created. He chose differently. And that decision quietly changed his future forever. The most powerful part of his story isn't the millionaire number. It's this: nothing about his starting point looked extraordinary. No elite background. No huge salary. No viral business success. Just ordinary work, combined with extraordinary consistency. And honestly, that's what makes this story uncomfortable for many people. Because it removes excuses. It proves that slow progress still matters. That consistency still matters. That financial discipline still matters. Even in a world addicted to shortcuts. Eventually, people around him started noticing changes. Not flashy changes. Calmness. Confidence. Less stress. More freedom over time. Because real wealth changes your internal life before it changes your external appearance. That's something social media almost never shows. Financial freedom often looks emotionally quiet. Not dramatic. No constant panic. No paycheck-to-paycheck anxiety. No desperation. Just options. That's what he was really building all those years. Options. And options are one of the most valuable forms of wealth in existence. Looking back now, his story teaches something incredibly important. Income matters. But behavior matters more. Because wealth is rarely built through intensity alone. It's built through repeated decisions over long periods of time. Small choices. Repeated consistently. That's how ordinary people create extraordinary outcomes. And honestly, that idea changed the way I think about money forever. Because financial freedom suddenly stopped feeling impossible. It stopped feeling reserved only for geniuses or lucky people. And started feeling behavioral. Predictable. Human. The delivery driver who quietly became a millionaire didn't transform his life through one massive decision. He transformed it through thousands of small ones. That's the part people underestimate. Your financial future usually changes quietly first, then suddenly. So now I'm curious, what's one small financial habit you think could completely change your future if you stayed consistent with it? Comment below. And if you want more videos about money psychology, financial freedom, and real wealth building stories, subscribe. Because sometimes the most powerful financial lessons come from people the world completely overlooked.